Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we will going to see a value selector and DWA core arrays operator. So basically MuleSoft provide a library which is DW core array library, which provide various operators like sum, every, count by and the sum by. So basically sum is nothing like if one of the object match the condition, it will always return the true. In case of each and every object in the array must satisfy the condition. In that case it will return true, else it will return false. Count by, basically you can count the count number of object which met the specific condition or criteria. Okay, and sum by, basically you can sum the fields in the object or sum the object, okay, which met the specific condition. And value selector, we will see all those things with demonstration. Okay, so let me move to a DataWeb playground. So basically I have one payload which contain employees detail. So basically a root node is employees. Under employees we have employee. So each employee contain name, email, department and the salary. So there are 5 employees in this particular message. Okay, so I have copied, let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, so now first thing we will see how we can access a various values and what are the different ways we can access it. So basically I want to access the name, so simply I can say name. Okay, and simply what I can do, I can say payload dot employees dot employee dot name. So in this case it just access the first name, it haven't accessed the rest of the name. Why? Because if you see there are multi-employee, right? So to access the all the employee name, so you can put the star here. So it will access all the name and you will see it return the array of the name basically. So this is a bit a complex syntax. Is there any easy way we can directly access the name? Yes, we have it. So basically you can say name, I can say payload dot dot name. So now it also return the same thing, correct? So you can use dot dot instead of like traversing from employees to employee the name. You can simply use dot dot and you can traverse directly to this name. But I want to just access the first name. How I can do that? So let me name, I will copy this above syntax, I can say 0. So it will just access the first name or name at the 0th index. Okay, next thing, I want to access employee data. So basically employee, I will comment this thing. Okay, so now what I can do, payload dot employees dot employee. So it access the first employee, it haven't accessed the rest of the employee. Why? Because there are multi-employee. So for accessing multi-employee you put the star here. So now it able to access all the employee, right? But is there any other way we can access this? Yes, we can. I will just comment this out. I can copy this syntax, I can put, and I can remove this employees. So we can use double dot, it will also give a same result back to us. Okay, okay, if I want to access the salary, what I can do, I can say salary, I can say payload dot dot salary. So it will return, so let me comment this out. So it will return me a salary. So this is how you can make use of value selector in your data wave transformation. Okay, so next thing, so basically I want to know like there should be at least one employee with department IT. Okay, so in that case what we can do, we can use sum operator. Okay, so basically how we can do, I can say sum IT department. In this case what you can do, you can say payload .tep. So it accesses the department, but I want to know, I want to know like at least one employee with department IT. So I can use sum operator, and the sum I can simply write dollar is equals to IT. It will return true. Correct? So we can write this in other way. Okay, I will copy this. So there we can use lambda expression to write the same thing. So what I can do, I can remove this particular part and I can use sum outside here. Okay, and like payload department here, comma, and I can say value. Okay, under value I can use lambda expression and I can say value is equal to IT. Okay, you have to close the bracket, so it also return the true. So let's consider if I say IT1, it will return false. So there is no employee with department IT1, that's why it return the false. Okay, I will comment this both thing. Now I want to know every employee must have a salary greater than equal to 1000. So in this case I will use a every operator. Okay, I can say salary greater than 1000. In this case, right, it's simpler, salary greater than 1000. In this case I can use every function payload dot salary. Okay, and I can use every here. Under that I can say dollar is greater than equal to 1000. Yes, it's written true. Let me check why. So basically if you see, we have a 5 employee, each employee have a salary, the first employee have a salary 1000, second have 2000, 3000, 4000, 1000. So basically all employee have a salary greater than equal to 1000. If I say greater than 1000, it false. So there are 2 employee whose salary is less than equal to 1000 but not greater than 1000, that's why it return a false. Okay, let's keep it greater than equal to 1000. The second condition, I want like each and every employee must belong to IT department. So I can say every IT department. So I can make every salary. So I can now I will write a lambda expression. You can write the this syntax also, but I want to make sure like you learn both the syntax. So I can say every. Okay, under every payload I will access department dot department, comma, I can pass you don't have to pass value only, you can pass any other parameter, like name can be different. So I can say department, or I will say DPT department. Okay, department equals to IT. It will return false. So there are one department with science, if you see there is a one with science, the rest of the belongs to, there are 2, I think 1 or 2, right, science, it's one department with a science basically. Okay, that's why it written a false. Good. So now you understand like what is sum operator and what is every operator. Let me comment these things. Comma. Now I want to count the employee whose salary is greater than equal to 2000. Okay, count salary greater than 2000. Either you can use lambda expression or either you can use simple thing. So I can say payload dot salary. Here I can say count by is the operator. Okay, under that I can say simple dollar greater than equal to 2000. Close. So there are 3 employees whose salary is greater than equal to 2000, but my condition is greater than 2000. So there are 2 employees. So if you see 1000 doesn't match, 2000 doesn't match, 3000 match, 4000 match the criteria, 1000 also doesn't match the criteria. So it return 2 employees. Now I want to count salary greater than less than 2000. Count salary less than equal 2000. So I want to count the employees whose salary is less than equal 2000. So now I will use the lambda expression. So you are familiar with lambda also. So for using lambda expression I can use count by, I can pass payload dot salary comma, I can say salary, I can pass salary must be less than equals to 2000. So how many employee whose salary is less than equal to 2000? So there are 3 employees. Let me check. 1000 is less than equal to 2000. Yes. 2000 is less than equal to 2000. Yes, it also met the condition. 3000, 4000 doesn't match the condition. 1000 match the condition. So there are 3 employees. Okay. Now I want to sum the employee salary whose salary is greater than 2000. Okay, so I can use this. I will copy this function, or I will copy this thing. I can comment this out. Okay, now sum salary greater than 2000, instead of count by I can use sum by, but it is giving the array, because what will happen, so what I need to add if salary is less than 2000 or less than equal to 2000, what I need to add, so at least I need to add 0 for those employee, right? So how can I achieve this? So basically it's simple thing. You can say if dollar is greater than 2000, then just say dollar, else you can say 0, just close it. So you can see the salary greater than, it adds the employee salary who is greater than 2000. So let me check. It will not add 1000, it will not add 2000 because it should be greater than 2000. Yes, 3000 and 4000 get added, becomes 7000, and 1000 again it's not added, so that's why it returned the 7000. Correct? So now I want to add, I will use this particular function now. Same thing, I want to sum salary is less than equal to 2000. So I can, instead of count, I can use sum by. So you can use any of the syntax, so either lambda expression or without lambda expression, but it failed again because I want to say here if salary is greater than 2000, then say salary, else 0, and I want to put a bracket. So you can see it become 4000 less than equal to 2000. So let me check. 1000 is less than equal to 2000. Yes, 1000. 2000 is less than equal to 2000. Yes, 1000 plus 2000, 3000. 3000 is doesn't meet the criteria. 4000 doesn't meet the criteria. 1000 again match the criteria. 3000 plus 1000 become 4000 plus 0 plus 0. So it will become 4000. So that's why you can see the 4000 sum salary less than equal to 2000. Okay. So basically this is how you can make use of sum, every, count by and sum by operator with a value selector in your data wave transformation. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click on subscribe and the like button. Thanks for watching.